Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and a new edition of our online TV series. Today, we want to talk with Hugh Agro, the CEO of Revival Gold. Hey, Hugh, good morning to Toronto. How are you doing?
Very good, Jochen. Very good to see you.
Yeah, very good to see you. And I see you are smiling. You are looking, quite healthy and all good. So that this is how we want it these days, right? Not easy. And today is a very special day as it looks like the silver squeeze is starting. So, let's see how that goes. But before we talk, let's say we fall in love with the silver squeeze, we should talk about your fabulous company. And for an update interview, this is what we are here for here. And I think we have like three topics we should talk about. First of all, exploration. You brought some good results out. And secondly, of course, we should talk about engineering and the preparation for the environmental mine permitting. So let's start with the Haidee target and your fabulous exploration results. How do they fit in? You brought some out, I think it was last week, and you brought some out at 10th December it was, exactly. And so how was that and why is it so important?
Yes, it's very important. As you know, we completed a PEA on the first phase heap leach project for Bear Track Garnet at the end of last year. And these results that we've brought out from in total 30 drill holes in the Haidee Zone at Bear Track really point to the ability for us to add mine life to that PEA study. And if you remember, we had about a $90 million NPV on that project at $1,550 gold. And each year of mine life is 30 to 40 million of free cash flow. So if we can add a couple of years of free cash flow to this plan, it will have a dramatic impact on our overall economics and the value of the project to our shareholders.
Okay, fantastic. And if we look at the grades, some of them looked really good. Some were, let's say, a little bit maybe on the lower end. Why is this not, let's say, dramatic or let's say bad for you? What do those grades overall show?
Yeah, so the cutoff grade for the Haidee deposit is about 0.2 grams per ton gold. That's in general for the Bear Track Garnet gold project. Haidee is a satellite deposit, and it's about 2.2 grams per ton. The average grade is about 0.5, 0.6 grams per ton, and all of these holes were in that range of grade. So these are all economic intercepts, and importantly, all 30 drill holes hit oxidized gold mineralization and all close to surface, all within 150 meters of surface. So it's very advantageous. And really what I can tell you is that the engineers are excited about this, and not just the geologists. The engineers are excited about this because it offers a couple of interesting aspects on the engineering side. Firstly, these holes point to the continuation of the mineralization uptrend, up dip towards a large soil anomaly in the project area. And so that reduces our overall strip ratio and lowers costs. The other thing is that it's an oxidized mineralization, so we'll bring down the average recovery on the project life of mine. And that's important because that means more gold into the bottom line. So important engineering as well as exploration aspects to these holes. We've extended the strike now out to 600 meters, and the width of mineralization is out to about 400 meters. So we're starting to get into a larger area of mineralization in the Haidee deposit. And beyond that, we've got a very large soil geochem anomaly. So we'll be back in drilling this year and next on that area for expansion.
Fantastic. So as we are already talking about engineering, how is it going with the metallurgy, or what is there next?
Yes, so we do have a plan of engineering for this year. We'll finalize the detail around that plan in March and explain that to the market in more detail. But generally, we've got some hydrological drilling, some geotechnical drilling. We've also got some metallurgical test work to do. And we see opportunity to improve on our metallurgical recoveries as we get more data to the engineers. They'll have more to work with and give us a fine-tuning on our recoveries. In the oxidized material in the Haidee area, we're using upwards of 85-ish% recoveries in that oxide material on a 2-inch crush. And what we're looking to do is potentially explore finer crush sizes for a better recovery from that oxide material. We have lower recoveries in the transition and some sulfide material in the mix down at the Bear Track site. Again, we'll be looking to try and improve on those recoveries with crush by optimizing crush size. So lots to do in terms of optimization on the metallurgical front, but also hydrological drilling and geotechnical drilling. We're using 45-degree pit slopes on the project in average, and we think we can improve on those with further geotechnical data.
Fantastic. As I saw also, you did via claim staking 380 hectares you have added. So what was that like, let's say, whether for sale or was that on low cost? For what have you done that?
Yeah, so we had a pretty big program of geological mapping and geochem sampling that's been going on over the last couple of years, culminated this year. And we've picked up some areas of anomalous gold in soil geochem and in our ground geophysics. And we wanted to get some buffer claims around those areas as we continue to move beyond our known areas of mineralization. Remember, we have not moved out in these target areas in our net. We've stuck pretty much to Haidee to date, but we're lining up targets for future drilling. We've got at least 3 or 4 of these. And so increasing our land position last year was all about setting ourselves up for future exploration in these areas, target areas. We've got now 5,800 hectare land position. We've got about 5 kilometers, over 5 kilometers of known mineralized trend at the Bear Track Garnet Gold Project, and another 10 kilometers of trend that we want to explore in the future. Lots of targets, lots of areas to continue to pursue.
Fantastic. And also, I think you are planning on 5,000 to 10,000 meters of new exploration drilling now, right?
Yeah, that's right. We'll actually, I'm heading down to Idaho later this month, to meet with our team as we talk about targets and the priority of those targets. We'll come back to with you and spend some time talking about the specifics, but I think we'll be somewhere in the order of 5,000 to 10,000 meters of drilling this year. And alongside of that, that engineering work that we're doing and the permitting and environmental planning work we're doing, it's a full slate, full set of work that we've got planned for this year.
Fantastic. Environmental mine permitting, that's also one of the headlines I want to talk to you. Because you have power, you have roads. I think you have already a great infrastructure set up, I would say. But of course, for the mine permitting, this is essential that also all the environmental, let's say, assessments, water charging, discharging, treatment, etc., is really running well. So what do you want to start there? How long will it go? And do you see any problems?
Yeah, look, this is one of the advantages of Revival Gold, and I think it's a theme that you've been wise to pick up, which is that we've got all this infrastructure, and we're working on an existing plan of operations in respect to the site. And not only that, but the engineers were able to confine our activities in the Bear Track side of the property to the existing disturbed area. And all of that will make the re-permitting of the site much more timely. And of course, it lowers the capital involved in restarting the operation. $100 million of capital for a 72,000 ounce a year plan, and currently a 7-year mine life, which, as we've been discussing, has good potential for another 2-3 years of mine life based on what we're already seeing in terms of exploration. The work we're doing this year will culminate in a PFS study next year, and we'll tighten up the engineering and we'll recast the resource and come back to the market with further permitting and engineering. And so we're taking all those steps now. We're on a brownfield site. We've got a lot of background data already. Once we make that decision, we'll file our final permitting stages, and that'll probably take us a year, and then we'll be producing gold. So the intention is to move this first phase of the Bear Track Garnet Gold Project into production, even while we
super. Sounds like a very good game plan for 2021, I think. And last question, I'm sure you have the money to do so.
Yeah, cost has been about $5, less than $5 US an ounce per ounce of gold in the ground, and And so we work carefully, but yes, investors to really be on the winning side here with the gold and silver and with Revival Gold.